Hello and welcome to another Kia Electric News episode. We'll start with the new Kia EV5, which has been displayed at a Chinese motor show this week. There are very sparse details about it, but I'll just go through what I know and a few images. So it's like a shrunken version of the EV9, but without the fancy lighting on the front grille. I mean, it's okay if you like that kind of thing and you're in the market for a people mover SUV type thing. Actually, it doesn't look too bad when you get close up to it. But I don't like the very sparse front grille really. I think it's missing the EV9's lights, DRLs, the star kind of light things. The front valance is reminiscent of an EV6, that's all I will say. And it's got those offset kind of Kia logos on the wheel hubs, which I'm not that keen on. I notice in the back it's got what looks like a pop-up table which comes up from the floor. If you look underneath, it looks like a parcel shelf, but it's too low for a parcel shelf. But it's got the mechanism that pops out the floor, so I don't know whether this is just going to be a Chinese market thing. But it's different, whatever it is. Maybe it's to do picnics and stuff, I just don't know. It's also got a bench seat, and it's got room for 3 people, I guess, in the middle. But I mean, there's only 2 seat belts, and I doubt if that will make it to other markets. I mean, Kia have said it's coming to other markets, but specified markets, and they've not announced that yet. There is a special Kia EV Day in October, which is where they will announce all the specs on this. The cockpit is the new Hyundai Kia Connected Cockpit system. It's just like you get in an EV9, and you've got the 3 screens in the middle. By the look of it, you've got the central screen for the HVAC, and then your infotainment to the right there, and some haptic buttons, and the standard Kia steering wheel with all its buttons and controls that I think you're all pretty familiar with. Looking around the internet, the electric Viking YouTube channel reports a 373-mile range, but I don't know where he's getting that from, unless he's just extrapolating from a 99 kilowatt-hour battery that the EV9 has and taking a big guess, because I've not seen that written down anywhere. I can't find any details on it. The Car Scoop's website reports this. Overall, the EV5 looks like the smaller brother of the EV9 flagship, with a more aggressive tiger face treatment, measuring 4.6 meters long with a 2.7 meter wheelbase. It has a similar footprint to the ICE-powered Kia Sportage and is 135 millimeters shorter than a Tesla Model Y. Thanks to documents from they've been submitted to China, where they have to put things out in advance. We know that Chinese spec version of the EV5 will be powered by a single electric motor producing 215 horsepower, 160 kilowatts, and that will be transmitted to the front wheels, in this initial version anyway. We also know that the SUV will use BYD's Blade lithium iron phosphate battery pack, although its capacity and range have yet to be disclosed. Kia said that specifications of the EV may vary depending on the region, hinting at a different setup for markets outside China. As I say, full details are coming on Kia Day in October. Kia's next EV after the EV5 has been spied in Europe in spy shots, and this is from the Korean Car Blog, which is always good at finding up all these spy pictures. If I just zoom into that, you can see it's got a curved front bonnet from the spy pictures, and some DRLs you can just about see for the pictures. Now, this was always rumoured to be a cut down EV6 from some renders we'd seen a long time ago, and I hope it is. I hope it's got some curves and some shape more than the rest of the SUVs that are coming out. It would be nice. The back end looks a bit like the Sportage, the new one, to my eyes anyway. So it's another wait and see job, but maybe we'll see more next year, or we'll find out more at the Kia EV thing in October. Okay, next story is about Kia Connect bugs. This is version 2.1.13 on both iOS and Android. First thing I noticed when I opened the iPad iOS version was if you got something in your paste buffer from another app, it comes with allow paste message on iOS from various apps. Is it trying to steal data? So that's not very nice. So I've reported all these to Kia Connect directly, so that the reports are all in. The next one is the charge completion message on Zappy every time Zappy stops and starts. That never used to be the case. You'd never get the notification each time the car stopped and started. So that's become quite a pain. Another more serious one is you may have seen when you plug your car in on AC, you may have noticed on the status on the Kia Connect app, you get this weird target of 10%. If you go through the settings and look at the set charging limits, you'll find that both the Android and the iOS versions randomly, for no good reason, keep on setting themselves back to 50%. So if you correct that, you'll see that that screen corrects itself. The next bug is alerts in valet mode. So you may be aware there's some new settings. So alert services, if I go into there, if you turn on that for valet mode, then that should report an alert every time it goes outside whatever you've set. And what I found is it fires the alert regardless of whether or not it's in valet mode or not. So again, I've reported all these to Kia. So fingers crossed they're all fixed soon. I've come across this project thread on Kia EV forums. It's from a guy called Kyle, who has done this project to replace the North American headlights with the better either EU or Korean ones. So I don't know if you know that they only get basic headlamps on all the models in North America, whereas in the UK and the EU we get the high beam assist version with the steerable headlamps and LEDs, and we've also got the sequential indicators for turning. So headlights in mine are the kind of projector ones which I think Kyle was looking for, but he's gone one step further. He's sourced the Korean headlights, which also do the lock and unlock animated pattern, which you would have seen in all the Kia adverts, but we always wondered, why did it never come to the UK? Well, Carl knows, because the headlamp has got the logic in it to do that work, and he's actually got it working. And if you look through the thread, you will find lots of information. He's put clips, sections of the manual on how to remove the headlights and also to take the bumper off. So that is good for DIYers who want to fix their own stuff. And I'll put links to those two files in the description, along with all of the stories that I'm referring to here as usual. But if you scroll down through to the end of the thread on Kia EV forums, you'll find that Carl's put a little video up of a demo of his lights, like that. I think we'd all like to have those headlights. Well done, Kyle. Kyle also must be following my videos because he put a comment on about my active sound design being missing, and then gave me a link to a section of the manual where he shows me what the actual module, the active sound design module, looks like. Mine's in the week after next to have a test swap out for another module to see if it gets it back on the menus, and I think it probably will, because it's either a fault in that or it's become unplugged. And down the bottom of this PDF that he posted in my comments, every single wiring diagram for the audio systems, as far as I know, is in there for anybody else who's looking to replace their amplifier and other systems to improve the audio system. Anyway, that's probably of interest to people as well. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you for watching.